Joining me today to talk about some unique aspects of the space shuttle is NASA astronaut and U.S. Navy Captain Kay Hire. She flew on 2 different missions, logged over 700 hours in space, and traveled 12 million miles in orbit. Thank you for talking to me today.
Well, thank you for bringing me here today.
What was it like to work aboard the space shuttle?
Well, it was very exciting, very busy. We spend many years preparing for the actual mission. And once we get there, it's game day.
Since your first flight was a Space Lab mission, let's walk over and see it. Wow, the Space Lab looks like a giant cylinder.
Well, it was designed that way so that it would fit inside the payload bay of the space shuttle. Before the International Space Station was built, we conducted science in either smaller experiments only on the middeck of the space shuttle, or when we actually flew a Space Lab mission, we were able to fill the racks inside the Space Lab with all types of experiments.
I heard that you had rats, mice, and even crickets aboard your mission.
We did. We even had oyster toadfish and swordtail fish. And with the Neurolab mission on STS-90, we were studying the effect on the central nervous system and even the development of the brain and the spine of these young rats and mice. And what does that do to your heart and the entire body system? So we were actually test subjects as well. We operate the experiments and then we become the experiment. But we were studying our response time and our central nervous system, our vestibular system, the balance system. And one of the biggest things I believe that we learned was that the central nervous system in the brain is just amazing. It's so adaptable. So very quickly, crew members adapt to the microgravity of space, and as soon as we come back to Earth, you feel a little wobbly at first, but you're right back to the gravity of being back on the surface. If you go on a second mission, almost as soon as you get into orbit, your body remembers, oh, I remember what this feels like, and you're back into that microgravity environment where everything's floating.
So on your second mission, you were actually the robotics league. I think that the Smithsonian actually has a robotic arm on display over there. Oh, here it is. So how did you use the robotic arm?
We used the robotic arm on the space shuttle to construct the International Space Station. And even prior to that, we used the arm to deploy and also to retrieve satellites in orbit. It's very much like a really big human arm, or maybe a giant arm, that has a shoulder, an elbow, and even a very capable wrist. And we can manipulate the arm to put it exactly where we need it to go grab whatever payload it is that we need to move from one place to another.
STS-130 delivered Node 3, right?
Yes, we delivered Node 3 and the cupola to the International Space Station. Think of it as adding an extra bedroom and a huge bay window to your house. I was so proud to be a part of the team that actually installed the cupola on the space station. It's big enough you can actually float inside, and you can't even take the entire panorama in just in looking in one place. You physically have to float your body around to see all around you.
Do you think the early designers and engineers of the space shuttle had all the needs of your mission in mind?
Perhaps not all, but they had a very good concept of building a very versatile spacecraft. This space shuttle became like a big truck to be able to deliver these large pieces of the International Space Station and build them in orbit. It's really quite a big, impressive achievement.
Thank you so much for talking to me today. Now, I think I know some people who might want your autograph.
Hi.
Can I have your autograph?
Hi. So nice to meet you.
Okay.
Hey, does anybody here ever think they might want to fly in space? Oh, great. I hope every single one of you has the opportunity to fly in space. I was thinking about that when I was your age, so maybe you can bring us your great new ideas and we can build some new spacecraft. What do you think? You have some great ideas? A new, different kind of spacecraft that's going to go farther and faster and maybe have you on board, right?